July 6, 2023, and the world's still going crazy. Yup. So how y'all been this week? Man, mine's been a roller coaster. Roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster. But I'm up here right now talking to y'all, so that's all that matters. That means I made it through. Cause you grow through what you go through. My little homie Short told me that from the bus stop. Little show. Yeah, but on today's show, due to what I went through this week, or just in life, period, I want to talk about personal growth and development. I even came up with some information. If some of you heard of SMART, the abbreviation, the acronym SMART, which stands for setting specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals. But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about later in the show in the Think and Reflect segment. Personal growth and development. But before we get started, take a quick break. We back. So, last week we was talking about social media and how to use it with my agenda and theory on how one should use social media. Because social media could be a powerful tool, though. So, if you listen, I hope you got some information, because I didn't really go in depth. I just kind of broke it down. But if you haven't, go check out social media. How do you use it? On Spreaker, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and other streaming platforms. Yep. So, though, I already broke down what I was going to talk about why today's show is what it is, because, you know, as people, personal growth and development, that's part of living. Like, if you growing anyway, if you trying to be better than you was, but we're going to get to that later today, okay, y'all? But before we get into it, I want a message from my peoples.
Have you seen that Bavaria's clothing collection yet? If not, visit the website at bavariasclothingcollection.com. That's Bavaria's, BRAVURAS, clothing collection. Or follow them on Instagram at Bavaria's Clothing Collection. To rule the kingdom, you must tame the jungle. Bavaria's, a consistent show of dash and spirit, bravery.
Yo, before we get into today's show, I'm trying to decide, should I give y'all the fun fact or the holiday of the day right now? I'm gonna flip a coin. Do I got a coin? Oh, I got a coin right here. I'm gonna flip this coin. Heads for fun fact, tails for holiday of the day. Holiday of the day it is. So, for you kissers out there that love kissing, make sure you get a kiss today, because it's International Kissing Day. But to make it fair, I picked a couple of holidays. So for you fried chicken lovers, it's also National Fried Chicken Day. And of course, we digital sound, and when we was talking about social media, and we always talking about, I did an episode on AI. Go check that out. But it's virtual give your virtual assistant hug day. So if you got one of them platforms that's like the first one I remember that was like an assistant is called Genie. And you have like a, a virtual assistant. It's almost like you know how you call and it be the sound like the robot. Them virtual assistants. You could get them for your companies. They depending on what type of company you have, it's worth it. Seriously. But yeah, it's International Kissing Day, National Fried Chicken Day, and Virtually Hug a Virtual Assistant Day. So anything that's AI that you know is more computer centric, that's allowing your life to run. I mean, this is assisting you and it's virtual. Like, give your Zoom app a hug. Because a lot of people use Zoom. That ain't uncommon no more. Zoom. But yeah, I'm going to talk about, for the first little segment of the show, we're going to talk about the NBA free agency. You know, I love my sports. But I'm a maybe. Let me see what they got. Because they graded it. And there's still some free agents out there. So, and the Cavs, my home team, they did a couple of moves. Nothing big, but they ain't have much to spend. But they keep talking about the one guy we got, we overspent. I never really seen him play. I haven't really checked out his highlights or nothing, but yeah. I know my man Kyrie got 130. Well, Kyrie got 126 for 3 years. It's some money got paid. What's my man? The ball, Melo got like 260. Anthony Edwards got like 260. But they also gave each day grades. So I'm gonna see what they gave Kyrie staying with the Mavericks. Boy, that basketball gets you paid. So they got a B for keeping Kyrie. Draymond, he got signed 4 years, 100 million. They just got him for, man. Well, Draymond be balling. They gave him a B plus because they also picked up Chris Paul, but that was more of a trade. Yeah, so okay, they gave the Rockets a B. Let's go see what they gave these Cavs. Oh, Chris Middleton got him a couple hundred. I mean, 100 million for 3 years. Like these dudes be getting some big money, man. I should have played basketball. Kuzma got some money. Oh, they gave old boy some money to Bruce. Oh, that's why he's still over there. 2 years, 45 million. I don't know how they did that because I know they was saying that the money, but I guess no. Jeremy Grant got some money, 165. Yeah, they only got a C plus. Let me see what they say about these Cavaliers. What type of grade did they give us? Okay, we got Karis LeVert. They gave us a B minus for the Karis LeVert re-sign. They were saying Karis LeVert got offered a lot of other money, but he stayed with the Cavs. Oh, Kobe must ain't been balling like they thought because he only signed a 3 year, 33 million. Yeah, that was day one, but I don't really want to go into depth because I got some things I really need to be taken care of. So I want to get on with the show, y'all. But before I do that, y'all make sure y'all go download the Gibbons TV app on Roku. Currently, we're still uploading, but if you go download the app now, services are going to be free. You can also send your content to either Gibbons TV at Outlook. That's GIBBOUS TV at Outlook.com. Send it in an MP4 form, please. Make sure if you got that content, movies, films, because we mainly want to focus on independent entertainment and media. If you trying to start like a series or something, send the Gibbons TV at Outlook.com. Before we move on, don't forget to follow Tinker Reflect. Excuse me, y'all. I was trying not to laugh this show, but I you know me, I'm a silly guy for real. But the Think and Reflect, that's TNRP show on Instagram, Twitter, and other social media platforms. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at Think and Reflect Podcast Show. Make sure you like and subscribe. But let's take a quick break again. We'll be right back. Yo. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. But it's that time, segment 2. I want to talk about these NBA layoffs. I thought it, you know how they be having the fake news? I thought it was fake news, man. I say, man, this got to be fake news. Let me tell y'all some of the names they laid off. Man, they even let my girl go. Susie Colbert, man, that's my girl. Always be reporting. Well, okay, where are the names at of the people? They not showing all the names. But I know they let Jalen Rose, Jeff Van Gundy, Ty McShay, Steve Young, Max, my man Max, Keyshawn, Jay Williams. But Susie, they let old girl go, man. She was like the face of the NFL. I guess they say they trying to save money, y'all. If big companies like that, ooh wee, I'm about to start. Ooh wee. But you know what they were saying? The reason for most of the layoffs, I do smack my lips a lot, don't I? I be really tasting. But it's the digital age. It's almost, most of them either going to get some work somewhere else or they going to start their own platform because most of them got sponsorships and endorsements through other companies, big brands like Jalen Rose, for example. He been doing State Farm commercials, so that got to be a couple $100,000. Probably that, man. Yeah, that's a couple $100,000 for Jalen Rose. But a guy like Jalen Rose, he go start him a podcast and be working. See, because that's probably what's going on. I ain't think about that. Because people are so independent now because of the structure of media. You could go off and be your own independent entity, not underneath like me, for example. Like but they already branded as media personalities. So people, the big brands are giving the promote the sponsorship and money, all of that. What's the word? I just had the word. The sponsorship and endorsements. All of that money is going. That's like it's a site called, for the ones who listen, it's called Open Sponsorship, and you can reach out to college all the way up to the pros, and they tell you how much each personality charges to promote their product. Once upon a time, you couldn't get to a LeBron James. You could reach out to LeBron James on this, but LeBron wanna not. I think LeBron started about, man, it might have been 500,000 or something. So, if you want that name, you're gonna have to spend for it. But yeah, it's the digital, it's independent, man. Like working for people, you working for people because you doing the work that the people want. Because everybody don't have the desire. I don't want to say desire. Streaming your desires with Gibbons TV. That's the little catchphrase I made for the Gibbons. Y'all better see Gibbons. I'm on other people, but that's an independent. I'm just waiting on some little information, but y'all can send y'all independent work. Gibbons TV. That's GIBBOUS TV at Outlook.com. But yeah, they laid them off. I don't want to say fire. I'm gonna use the professional word. Personal growth and development. That's what we gotta, from here on out. That's got to be like top priority. That should be like our mindset. Cause I seen a little meme the other day, and it was saying, like, when you wake up, man, it might have been, it probably ain't in my stories right now. No. I know I sent it to a few people, so. Oh, I know I sent it to my daughter and them for sure, so I'm gonna look in theirs. Oh, here it goes. It say, speak 5 lines to yourself every morning. I didn't do this, but because we focusing on personal development and growth today. We want to think positive. That's why on the web, I apologize for not keeping it up to date. Because I could easily put some news, but it'd be a lot of bad news. Like this really bad news with the fire and the layoff of the people at ESPN. Them is like your regular Joe. What it is, they about to just bring in a new class. It's about to be a whole new that they could pay less. And it's a video going around with Barkley talking about ESPN don't pay anyway. They be cheap. But it say, the 5 things you should say is, I am a winner. I could do it. I am blessed. God is with me. Today is my day. These are the 5 things. I'm going to go follow Think and Reflect podcast show on Instagram. I'm going to put it in the stories so you can save it for yourself. I might even put it on the timeline. But yeah, man, they let them go. But don't forget to follow on social media. So, before we get there, which y'all know what's coming up, it's almost that time. Let me see where I'm at. It's almost that time. That thing can reflect shaming. But I hit y'all with the holiday of the day. Don't forget, for you kissers, it's International Kissing Day. And for you chicken lovers, it's Fried Chicken Day. And make sure you give your virtual assistant a hug. Because it's give a virtual assistant a hug day. But since we know that, I'm about to give y'all this fun fact. Because when I seen this, I was like, man, I would have never thought that. I never would have never thought it. But I always did wonder where did the concept, how did it become? Like, what made it be? But the fun fact for the week, German chocolate cake. I love German chocolate cake. Especially if you know how to make it. Like, it gotta have the cake for me when it comes to German chocolate. Because anybody can make the icing. The icing gonna taste good regardless. More than likely. But the cake, it can't be too thick, but it gotta be, if nothing, moist. Like for German chocolate cake, it gotta be so rich and moist. It can't be just a cake, a chocolate cake. It gotta be moist, like just melt in your mouth moist. So if you gotta put an extra egg, a little bit more oil, maybe drop some real chocolate in there, the actual chocolate to the purest form that's edible to just and it tastes like what we familiar with. Ta-da! Like you might even get that German chocolate. The cake gotta be moist. The icing gonna be good regardless. You could go get You could get the icing out the Pillsbury. Shout out Pillsbury. I need it. But anyhow, you could go get the pop the lid. You could go get some Save a Lot. Save a Lot, y'all owe me too. This is like my third time using y'all name. But yeah, you could go and pop the top. But anyhow, let me get back to the fun fact because I want some German chocolate cake now. There's some things I got to do. I need to go get checked up. My loved ones telling me. But yeah, that's another story. But we're going to talk about that too. That's part of personal growth. Thinking about your health. Because health is wealth. But, at the same time, you kind of be like, man, dang, man. I don't want to know. Who want to know? Like, I don't want to know. I'd rather just drop. Knock on wood. Forgive me, y'all, playing with death. But yeah, German chocolate cake does not come from Germany. It was named for a person, a guy named Sam German, who created a type of baking chocolate for bakers. So he basically is the guy that created the chocolate cake. So they came up with a special icing maybe for the chocolate cake. That's what I'm thinking. Because they ain't give me all them facts when But this was back in 1852. So German chocolate cake is very old. It's an old cake. I wonder what the oldest dessert is. Let me just. We're gonna go. Y'all want to check it out? I'm gonna check it out now. I'm gonna give y'all a free fun fact. What's the oldest dessert? Not desert. I said dessert. Forgot you gotta put that extra. Oh, it's some kind of pudding. Noah's pudding. They Assure. Ashure. ashore. It's thought to be the oldest dessert in the world, first made by Noah after he fabled landfall at Mount Ararat. It is a delightful mix of dried fruit, nuts, grains, and beans. Yes, beans. Made in Turkey, and man, to me, this, my grandmother, it was simple, but man, I'd be so upset. Yeah, I miss it, but it looked good too. Yeah, this might get tried right here, y'all. Yup, it's called a shear. Man, it look good, boy. But my grandmother, she used to make this thing. It's called rice pudding. Just rice pudding. But this look, it just look like you just gonna get all them flavors, like what you be looking for, like food wise. It just look like it's all in one dish, but it look healthy at the same time. Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to try this. I like Indian food too. Turkey, turkey studying me. I study the science, so turkey is like one of the original lands for our people, for real. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So, if you're listening, make sure you go follow and like TN, the letter N, RP show on Instagram, Twitter. You can type in it in for Facebook. But if you want to see this dish, go check out the Twitter page, and you'll see what the dish look like. It's tasty looking too. Yeah, we over on Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok too, because one of the first original shows for the Gibbons TV, of course, got to be the Think and Reflect. I've been telling y'all for years I've been thinking about going live. So now I done created a situation where I almost did it to myself. But you know what the gift might be? That on Gibbons ain't got nothing to do with this. It's gonna be Think and Reflect live on Gibbons TV. Yup, that's a whole nother set. We gonna have guests. We gonna be out in the streets. We gonna be Think and Reflect. Yup, yeah, I done figured it out. I just did 10 push-ups for y'all. But let me take a quick break, and I'll be right back. what time it is. It's the Think and Reflect segment. Yeah. Think and Reflect segment with your boy Ricky D. You know what? I did good today. I think that's only the second time I said my name. Man, I'm just branding, man. I'm marketing, and that's all I'm doing, man. Yeah, it's the Think and Reflect segment. Like I was saying, personal growth and development. You know, I ain't saying I'm mastering it. I ain't saying I'm perfect and living it because I got flaws. I got flaws. But you know what? To even know what you got to do, you took a step. You get what I'm saying? For me to even took the time to decide that today's show, this week's show, is going to be about personal growth and development. That means I took initiative, right? Then I got some information. You know, information, the, the, the more we get towards the future, the easy, the simple, I don't want to use easy because you still got to think like to even get the information, you got to know what to type. You got to type it right, what they call prompts. They call them prompts, okay? So I put it in a prompt, and I asked it if I ain't even. Let me go see if it's still up. I'm gonna tell y'all what I asked it. I say first. I said no. I'm not gonna go back that far. That's giving y'all too much of the whole. I'm gonna just give y'all the top of the cover. What are some good examples of personal growth and development? Because I came up with some topics. I'm gonna go back a little deeper with y'all. I came up with some topics. He gave me like 10 good topics. I chose personal growth. Personal growth, what are some good ones? So now I got these 10 steps. I'm, where we at on the clock? I might could go in. If I give it each step maybe like 2 minutes, maybe a minute, 2 minutes. I'm about to just go in, man. But yeah, you remember at the beginning of the show, I was talking about the acronym. They got this. They got a set. It's a thing. Like you know how people come up with their acronyms, but and it's like a purpose, a goal, the standard, the brand, what they trying to establish, and what you want them to see them as. But they put it in a simple form, and this is sweet. I don't know if they took smart and came up with the words to where they work for personal development. I mean growth and development, but the smart. Let me refresh y'all. SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals. That's what SMART means. I'm going to read the actual setting and achieving goals. That's the topic they basing it off. So it's developing a habit of setting specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals. This that is this concept I had some years ago, and it used to work, but I got snatched away. If y'all know my story, I got it. That's why I'm here now. But God bless. But see, I did that again. The smart, specific, yeah. See, I don't want to tell. That's what it is. I want to tell y'all, but I don't want to tell y'all. But it was a concept called many day thinking. I might have mentioned many day thinking, and it's like a concept. You break it down like that, you get your Let me whip it out real quick. Yeah, I used to use it. Was like it's like a system. It's real. It's very productive too. Like I really was being productive with it. It's called okay. So you get the power thinking. It's the from ordinary to extraordinary. Basically, that's all it's about. Becoming a better version of yourself. Just getting up, trying your best, so you know you becoming. Anytime you apply anything, and the purpose for it was to be try to come better, you took a step. But anyway, it's the power thinking, many day schedules, which is a potent form of integrated thinking. Like the lessons I was reading, they was not telling me to specialize in that. They was saying integrate, know how to be like I be trying. I tried to repeat it again, but it's the saying about a man with many trades. You know the little saying, but they basically saying a jack of all trades is better than a skill of one, or something like that. But it's basically saying it's better to have multiple ways of knowing how to get a dollar than just being stuck on one way. That one way get you trapped. Like you don't be having nothing else to fall back on. And then you got to be applying it. So the personal growth is about to help me out because I need some personal growth. But it's always a development. That's what aging is. That's why you can't say get old, because something that get old, it just be sitting there and ain't being used or nothing. It's just saying, oh, that's just my old pair of shoes. You know, that was not probably a good example, but you kind of get it from that. But yeah, with the power thinking, then it was always write down ideas. This my breakdown of what I got from the notes anyway. Power thinking list, create many days. Don't wait for external guidance. Basically saying it's all on you. It's all on you, internal. Stop investing in plus. Ooh. But if you want to get fly, make sure you get some of that Bavarians when you're ready to invest in that plus lifestyle. But then they got the self-leader plan. Integrate future by thinking and not reacting to the present. Ooh, dang. I'm about to leave this open. I see. I should have been ready. See, my notes is better than me trying to go back and read what they got. I just got to read my notes. But yeah, personal growth. I gave y'all some examples of me when I was. It was neo. It's from ordinary to extraordinary is what it was about. But yeah, I'm gonna move to number two. I spent a lot of time on number one, but that's the most important one because it's about being smart, setting specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound goals can help individuals focus their efforts and track their progress. Achieving these goals foster a sense of accomplishment and personal growth. So that's smart. We got to be smart, like you always say. That whoever made that, I'm gonna have to look that up and do some research. I might have to research while I'm right here. But anyhow, continue. Number two is continuous learning. Like I always say, as long as you putting in, you doing something to make it better, you learning. Just even everyday life, unless you just like, oh man, if you just make your life routine, that's on you. Cause you can't learn from that. You just be like, well, I'm gonna go to work. Like I always tell, what if I was that dude that just go to work, do my 8 to 10? That's you choose to live like that. That's your choice. But that's too. It's just too routine. So boom, you go come home, whatever. But they say still go to work if you want, but just don't come home and kick your feet up too long. Because one of them opportunities you'll be creating something gonna pop, man. Or at least you know you went out trying instead of settling. But yeah, continuous learning, engaging in lifelong learning through reading books, taking courses, attending workshops, or pursuing formal education expands knowledge and skills, allowing personal growth and development in various areas of life. See, that's probably one of my errors I've been having lately. Cause I love books, but I just really been collecting them and not reading them as much as I don't even read them for real. I might go through them, scan a little bit when I think, cause I'm at the desk. Yeah, but maybe you need to read it, cause reading I still like to write. Like I still use writing, cause writing feel good. Like it keep you alert. Like, but I need to read them books, cause I got some good. Most of my books, like I always tell y'all, they more reference books. So that's why I don't just read them. They more reference. They might give you some ideas, but it's more reference. Like go here for this for that, this how you did that. It ain't Alice in Wonderland books. So yeah. But number 3, it was something I was about to do for y'all, but yeah, we're gonna get on to number 3, y'all. Cause we got setting and achieving goals, continuous learning, and now this should have been, but it's almost makes sense. Cause learning that be understand if you got your brain focused on learning, you can balance out the emotional part. And I'm all of this. See, I be my shows come together, man. They be so perfect to be on time. But yeah, developing emotional intelligence. I gave my cousin a book. He supposed to gave it to his father. I'm gonna have to ask him. It was that book, the emotional intelligence. It's a famous book, but it just came across it before I found out it was like a regular, But it's called it's emotional intelligence. It might just be the title, emotional intelligence. I only scanned through that too, but because when you read a lot of books, say like I might got a lot of marketing books, I might got some digital how to do this book, and when you read in them, like it be different stuff, but most of it be the same stuff. So you'll kind of be like, damn, it's the same information. It's just from another person's point of view. So it do give you another view. You understand the concept or the system of, but then you get another view. So like maybe you can nick and cranny your vision and add and subtract. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do is learn on the go. Life is a long. Hey, man, that's one of my sayings. Engaging in lifelong learning. I say learning is a lifelong process. I got it from little graduation, but yeah, number 3 is developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to recognize and manage one's emotions and understand the emotions of others. Developing emotional intelligence helps individuals build better relationships, communicate effectively, and navigate conflicts more constructively. Like, I be thinking I'm near it, but I can lose my cool. I know I can, but I'm working on it. Cause most of the time I lose my cool to get you in trouble. Now I just to be like, man, but I might have to say what I want to say. That's my problem. I just be wanting to say what I want to say instead of just going on by my day. That's like with anybody, like any encounter that I might feel is negative. Like soon as I see the negative energy, I'm done. And I'm not about to imply or implay or give none neither. Like even if I'm just trying to get, because sometimes I might seem negative when I'm just trying to make a point so it could be understood where I was coming from or what it is I might have been asking of, or because you don't want to set expectations, but you do kind of be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really expect it, but you might want it. Is that better the way to say it? Shit, it might just be something you want. But number 4 is building resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and thrive in the face of challenges. Developing resilience, involves cultivating motivate a positive. Why I want to say motivated is a P. See, I'm thinking too much. See, I'm already flying. A positive mindset. I was trying to put them put together because you got to be motivated to have that positive mindset. That's probably what was going on. I was doing some space age, some matrix in my head. Like, it was calculating the word and made it one. Practicing self-care, seeking support from others, and learning from adversity. Building resilience. So we got setting goals, setting and achieving goals, continuous learning, emotional intelligence, building resilience, practicing self-reflection and self-awareness. And I was just talking about self-talk. Like, you could do all the things you think you want to be better, but you gotta just inside of yourself, regardless of your situation, still believe you can achieve. So that's where we at in the beginning. Look, they achieving goals. You gotta have the resilience, and look how we get into self-awareness. Regular self-reflection allows individuals to understand their values, strengths, weaknesses, and beliefs. Y'all see the key word out of that sentence was weaknesses. We all think we know our strengths, but what is my weakness? Like, because your weakness can be damaging. Okay, look, and even the beliefs, the values is first, always. So you might have a different, this part of what somebody else might be up here, and to you, it's down here. So somewhere y'all got to come to some bam. So that's personal growth. So if you learn to do it, maybe your energy give off to the person or situation. So that's where we at. We still on practicing reflection and self awareness. This number 5 out of the 10. I'm gonna repeat that real quick. Regular self-reflection allows individuals to understand their values, strengths, weaknesses, and beliefs. It helps in gaining self-awareness, identifying areas. Look what they telling. You gotta identify your flaws first. If you can't check on your flaws, identifying these flaws. This is basically what they saying right here. Look, man, that's just part of life. We all got flaws, man. You just got to start recognizing it to get ahead. And maybe people wouldn't be out here so mean. Because these little dudes, man, I had a situation, man, these little dudes, you can't even look at them wrong. Man, you shut up, man. But anyhow, yeah, because life don't be that serious, man. Everybody should be around here happy, like living it up. It ain't that hard for real. We make it hard, because I know I done made my life hard. I know for a fact. I'm 40 plus. I ain't going to give y'all the actual age. Yeah, I'm experienced. I can talk. I done been through the good and the bad. I ain't had it great in my life, but I'm good. And I can always make it better, though. But yeah, it helps in gaining self-awareness, identifying areas for, not areas of, but areas for improvement and making meaningful changes. Number 6, cultivating the growth mindset. Embracing the growth mindset involves believing in the potential for personal growth and viewing failures or setbacks as opportunities for learning and development. It involves being open to new experiences, seeking feedback, and persisting through challenges. Man, I'm glad I brought this. I hadn't even went over these yet. I just looked over it. I read the first one, the SMART, setting and achieving goals. I read that one. I hadn't even went through the other 9. So I'm this new to me right now. So when I read this, when you're listening later, no, it was the first time I heard it too. I done heard something like this, but this breakdown is beautiful. It's a beautiful breakdown. Okay, we just got off number 6, cultivating the growth mindset. Embracing the growth mindset involves believing in the potential for personal growth and viewing failures or setbacks as opportunities for learning and development, which is the personal growth. It involves being open to new experience, seeking feedback, and persisting through challenges. Number 7, developing effective communication skills. Like they say, people don't communicate. They something. What the hell that is about to comprehend? But anyhow, let's read this. Developing effective communication skills. Good communication skills contribute to personal and professional growth. This includes active listening, expressing thoughts and ideas clearly, resolving conflicts constructively, and fostering healthy relationships. Deshaun's marketing, communication is key. I've been trying to communicate with the world for as long as I knew I could. I don't know what it is about me. That's why when I did my old lifestyle, that was me living something somebody kind of maybe directed me to. It went. I don't really think it was a choice. My choice was always, man, let me go play these sports. When I was playing football before I really got into the street. Y'all know the story, man. Just listen to this. One of them episodes. Just listen to them all. Do me that favor. I'm asking. Communication is key. But yeah, developing effective communication skills. Yeah, we get down to the nitty gritty. 8, building self-confidence. Developing self-confidence involves recognizing one's worth and abilities. It can be nurtured through setting and achieving goals, celebrating successes. Let me stop right there real quick. I swear, that's just my go-to. Like, yeah, I respect your birthday. I respect even some of these holidays they make up. Some of them are kind of make sense. But most of it is because I didn't work in retail. And they have the promotional stuff for the next holiday before you even set up for the current holiday. And that take a week to set up. Because you got to move stuff around. You got to put your signs up. You got to take down banners. You got to change prices. Man, listen here. Building self-confidence. Man. But yeah, getting to the point of what I was trying to say. 'Cause I got excited. But what I was trying to say is, man, we should only be celebrating goals, successes. Like, that's the only thing we need to celebrate. Congratulations. Other than your birthday, for real, that's the only thing should be getting celebrated. Other than the birth of you, you can't be mad at a person who want to celebrate their birthday, however they want to celebrate, however they situation allow them to celebrate it the way that they want to. You can't go ahead with it. As long as you can, you know what I'm saying, do it comfortably, celebrate it to the fullest because it's your birthday. But that's only because you celebrating all these successes, these gains, these growth. That's my theory. So it's good that I seen this, and I got this from some information that's supposed to be intelligent. Man, Hey, anyhow, let me calm down. Celebrate success is challenging self-limiting beliefs and stepping out of one's comfort zone. Man, I do it daily. Everything I do, I'm trying to go to a, but it's my personality. It's man, I'm working on it. But this is personal growth and development. We're talking about. I'm a what I'm gonna do is make sure y'all go like Think and Reflect podcast show on Facebook, and I'm gonna post this information on the wall. So make sure you go like Think and Reflect podcast show on Facebook, so you can also get some updates too. Go and join the team. We trying to march. It's a purpose behind this. So we gonna move on. Practicing self care. Cause I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. I ain't know I was gonna do a whole show. I've been trying to cut it off, but I done maxed the hour talking. Practicing self care. Practicing self care is crucial for personal growth and well being. See, it start with how you care about yourself. This includes maintaining a healthy, and I'm gonna go and make this an appointment. But I don't think I need an emergency. I might step into the emergency. I'm gonna think about it, but I just set up a point. I got one coming up, just because. But practicing mindfulness or meditation, like peace. That's all mindfulness is. It's having peace. You got peace in your life. If you can create the right kind of peace in your life, you can achieve and then reach them goals. Them goals you set, you can achieve them. I'm about to go back to my orphan because I'm living. Other than I'm gonna give myself. I feel good. I'm just fitness, man. Because I don't play basketball. I don't even shoot a hoop. That's what I get for leaving that hoop. I don't get a hoop. Okay, look, I'm getting a little too personal with y'all. But we thinking and reflecting because this is a Think and Reflect podcast show with your boy Ricky D. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other streaming and social media sites. Visit the website. I'm looking for some bloggers, man, because and you can read. I'm gonna screen it, but just as long as it ain't no like gross or just extra like say no, you know what I'm saying? You can post. I'm 9 times out of 10. I'm gonna approve the screen. We just trying to get them views, boy. This is another way for you personalities out there, because this is personal growth and development day on the Think and Reflect. But let me finish this up for y'all so we can get going. Engineering. Okay. Look, my bottom line. My bottom line is together for one. It's the leadership and entrepreneurial, and my goal is I'm focusing on the inner city youth, but I priorities over pleasures. Listen to that episode on Speaker. Go check it out. SPREAKER Speaker, or you can listen to us on iHeartRadio and other streaming platforms. That's the Think and Reflect podcast show, tnrpshow.com. Okay, so when we come to the bottom line of personal growth and development, engaging in volunteer work and giving back. Man, when I started Deshaun's marketing, communication is key with the @ because I know we're in the digital era rather. This was back in 2000. I actually came up with Deshaun's marketing in 2001, but that's when I thought I was pretty Ricky for real in 2001. So it was created, but it wasn't. And it was probably the best time because that's probably was the most money is getting time of my life. So, bam, I kind of throw it to the side. Bam, I meet a dude. He teach me, the incorporating So I crapped on that because I kept saying I wanted to have so much before I tried to go into doing it. But before, it's a lot. I'm gonna make that another episode. But and it's crazy because the topics, one of the topics, I'm gonna put it in the entrepreneurial. But Deshaun's market community, I was gonna give back. The first thing I thought was it used to be called Push. My boy brought it to me, but I wasn't familiar with Jesse Jackson. And then when I looked up Jesse, the Push Coalition, I say, man, this dude. So I changed it. So I changed the acronym of Push to Prosperity, Unity, Salvation, and Humility. Like that was the acronym. Prosperity, the game. Unity is what you need to achieve it, which is salvation is a community. And then to keep that community of Bay, you gotta have humility. Everybody gotta have some humbleness in them. Everybody gotta believe we are equal, or at the least, at the most, at the least. When it comes to all, it's all about we equal when it comes to where we are as humans. Put it like that. So, but then I'm like, I get home when I came home from the Fed. I say, man, no, I don't really think I want to push. So then, over the time I get to thinking, together for one. I look at, together for one with the number 4. In my hood, my neighborhood, we call ourselves the 4. Like the whole neighborhood is the 4 block. They go with by the dime now because it didn't expand it. Everything then it got more than what it was. Like when the people before us used to look at my generation like, what the? But it's like we was more money chasing. It was a little gunplay, but it was more look at what I got. Like money, like I could hustle. Like it was cool to flash your money. Like the people to know you, like you, because everybody was trying to get money. You gonna always have your society of people, the robbers, the dealers, the business, the workers. Like my man Ab said. He says it's a society for every people. But yeah, let me finish number 10. I went over. This turned out to be a good one, y'all. I hope you enjoy too, because I enjoy myself. Engaging in volunteer work and giving back. Contributing to the community through volunteer works of acts of kindness fosters personal growth and development. It provides opportunities to develop empathy, compassion, and sense of purpose. Look, that's the first time I read that, and I done already told y'all there's a purpose behind this. I put this on my soul. It's my grandmother's birth month, and just the last time I checked, it was saying the cancer was my buddy for the, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, mama. But look, it say, remember, personal growth and development are highly individualized, and what works for one person may not work for another. It's essential to identify areas of growth that resonate with you and align with your values and aspirations. This might be the best show I did, y'all. I love this show today. Personal growth and development. Make sure y'all save, download, so you can always go back and listen to this. Because I'm a realist. I could visualize, but I also know if I fall and trip and fall and hit my elbow or my knee on the ground, that shit gonna hurt. I could think I'm gonna be a billionaire, trillionaire, whatever the unlimited resources, put it like that. I could think I could jump from one planet to the other. But at the same time, I know if I goddamn trip and fall, that shit gonna hurt. But that's your boy Ricky D. This the Think and Reflect podcast show. I hope you enjoyed yourself because, like I say, I enjoy myself.
Are you looking to promote to the Cleveland, Ohio area? Well, BeHereCleveland.com is where it's at. Packages starting at $19.99 or register with your email and get a free business listing. BeHereCleveland.com, where it's at.